them in mind.
I'm Frank Lautenberg, General Chairman of the United Jewish Appeal, here in Jerusalem, the center of the Jewish universe. We're visiting with the people of Israel and sharing their hopes and aspirations. For Jerusalem reminds us of our proud heritage. Jerusalem is mine. Jerusalem belongs to all of us.
Jerusalem is many things. It is vision in the heart and mind of an artist. It is caring, strong in the face of a young social worker. It is celebration in the language of a poet. It is renewal in the heart and soul of a Soviet Jewish freedom fighter come home. It is rediscovery, the Jewish past transformed into living history by a young citizen soldier turned archaeologist. It is the peace of the Sabbath, observed by an American rabbi, now a Jerusalemite, who as a child escaped Hitler's death machine. Jerusalem is all this and more. It is the united city of a united people. Their own Sima drew his earliest inspiration from the old city of Jerusalem. Dreamed of it for 19 years when it was locked away from the Jewish people. He returns again and again to look and remember.
After the city of Jerusalem has been united again, I came back to the Jewish old city of Jerusalem. I didn't recognize it. I started looking for buildings which I knew, for streets I knew. They were not there. They were heaps of stones and pieces of wood and so on. It was a beautiful synagogue. It had a high cupola. It was a muted light which helped their prayers. The blue of the sky went wonderfully together with the blue of the buildings. The earthly Jerusalem and the heavenly Jerusalem. The vision of Jerusalem, as I knew it, has never left me.
Within the vision of Jerusalem the eternal, there is the spirit of Jerusalem the compassionate, the spirit of caring. In immigrant neighborhoods like Ramemma, where a young Jewish agency social worker named Sarah Bogan understands that Jewish caring means helping people help themselves.
Most of the families live in very small apartments with many children. It's not unusual for 8 or 10 people sharing their meal in a very small kitchen. The mothers can't go out to work. No family can live on one salary. We are trying to find ways to help them with the small children. The mothers come to the community center with their children. We have a nurse, and each day 1 or 2 of the mothers come to help. They provide services such as weighing of the infants and any other medical care needed. What we are trying to do in the community center is teach them how to do things for themselves. We have a club for the elderly, and they enjoy their own company. They want to stay. I want to live here. I'll always come back to Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is vision. Jerusalem is caring. Jerusalem is also celebration of the joy of living. The keen eyes of a poet named Yehuda Amichai see it everywhere.
The living people in Jerusalem doing all kinds of funny and foolish and happy things. On Tuesdays, near the place where I live, there's this old windmill, and couples come there to get their photograph taken. You go to the Western Wall with your personal grief and with your personal happiness. Concentration of past and future. Kind of central place, not only for Israel, but for all world Jewry. That's why the bar mitzvahs are nice there, because it's part of life. They dance there, they have all kinds of celebrations. It's a popular place. Their births, their deaths, their bar mitzvahs, their wedding. It makes Jerusalem a very living thing. There is a certain romantic flair about having a birth certificate in which it says this human being was born in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is like a circle of life.
Within Jerusalem, within that circle of life, there is always a sense of renewal. Nobody feels that more keenly than Bella Chesno, a recent refugee from the Soviet Union, now helping other immigrants as education director of a Jewish agency absorption center.
People coming from Russia to Jerusalem, to Israel, are happy because they're free. When I was a little child, my late father used to sing a song in Hebrew. I didn't understand the words, but I remember it, about Jerusalem. My hope was Jerusalem. We have such a wonderful word in Hebrew, lalot, to come up. Ole, somebody who comes up. You come up not only because we have the hills here, you come up as human being. Most of the Olim want to be here. I think all the problems of absorption are all around this. They are looking for something to do, to help. To live and to work in Jerusalem, this is a miracle. And this is a fulfilling of our dream.
To be a Jew in Jerusalem, to carry Jerusalem in your heart, is to share a vision, to care, to feel joy and renewal. It is also to rediscover yourself and your people. A young student archaeologist named Zamir Shemer, his army duty done, preparing for his share of the Jewish future, is dedicating himself to a rediscovery of the Jewish past.
Here on the steps of the Second Temple, past and present become one. In digging up the past, I understand much better the Jerusalem I'm living today. As a simple man, I'm interested what simple people, not the kings, have done. You start to build the picture, how the life was, the simple life. Collecting all the details to understand the history. Sometimes during the work you really find some extraordinary things. For example, this helmet that we found this week, you just can see how the Byzantine soldiers used to put those helmets on their heads. Then you can understand and to see the daily life on those days. In Jerusalem, sometimes I feel I just touch history.
In Jerusalem, city of vision, of caring, of celebration, of renewal and rediscovery, there is also a pervading sense of peace. Rabbi Pesach Schindler is an escapee from Nazi Germany. He was ordained in America and is now a citizen of Jerusalem. For him, it is the peace of homecoming.
My
presence in Jerusalem is influenced in having left Germany a step ahead of the Holocaust. We discovered ourselves being part of Klal Yisrael. The Bukharian Jew, the Yemenite Jew, the Hasidic Jew of Mea Sha'arim, their type of Jewish life. If somehow it were not there, the Jewish people as a whole would be missing something. In Jerusalem, one almost senses the oncoming of the Shabbat. Not only is time sanctified, both time and space are sanctified. Somehow Jerusalem cries out to be intimate. My wife lights the Shabbat candles. Recites the prayers, and thereby ushers in the most peaceful experience in the week. Emerging from Jerusalem is the oneness of Israel.
Jerusalem is like a circle of life.
The vision of Jerusalem, as I knew it, has never left me.
I'll always come back to Jerusalem.
In Jerusalem, sometimes I feel I just touch history.
To live and to work in Jerusalem, this is a miracle, and this is a fulfilling of our dream.
Jerusalem is mine. Jerusalem belongs to all of us. It is our mission to turn those dreams into reality.